Not gonna be
Right, it's not the word. Like
right.
someone said, "Oh, what are you doing? You trying to steal something like your people?" You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get under your skin.
Yeah.
All right, today we're checking out George Carlin. We're listening to his 7 words you can't say on TV bit. Let's get into it.
Sometimes, well, hell yeah. Sometimes it's okay, but not all the time. And they're the only words that seem to have that restriction. I mean, there are a lot of words you can say whenever you want, you know. Pneumonia! Nobody gives you a lot of... All right, you can't yell it in the hospital a great deal, but what the hell? There are words that you can say, no problem. Topography! No one has ever gone to jail for screaming topography. But there are some words that you can go to jail for. There are some words that we just have decided we will not say all the time. Sometimes, okay. If you're running through the jungle chasing somebody that we're at war with, you can holler them. If you're shooting a criminal, it's okay. It's the all-American thing. Dirty fucking crook. But if you're with the bishop's wife at lunch, it's better not to ask for the goddamn lettuce. You know what I mean? It's just like we've decided there'll be some words we won't say all the time. And I was just trying to find out which words they were. For sure, all of them. I wanted a list. Because nobody gives you a list. That's the problem. They don't give you a list. Wouldn't you think it'd be normal if they didn't want you to say something to tell you what it is? Nobody even tells you when you're a kid what the words are that you're supposed to avoid. You have to say them to find out which ones they are. Shit! Oh, fuck! That's 2. Oh, Ma, that's enough trial and error, huh? Please, Ma, give me a list, huh? All right, you're 6 years old now, and here's the list of words your dad and I don't ever want to hear you say. Oh, hey, thanks, Ma. Boy, that's going to save me an ass kicking or 2. Yeah, you never know what's going to be on the list. Because it's always somebody else's list. You didn't make that up. Somebody told you that shit. They told you, better not say that. So you got to... And you don't know what's going to be on their list. God, people's lists even change from day to day. Some people on Friday night got a list, you know, about 2 or 3 words. Sunday morning, goddamn, there's 27 words. These are the same people 2 days later. Different list. So you got to kind of watch out what you're going to believe from them. The trouble is, I was trying to find out what these words might be. And I wanted to know the ones that you could never say on television. I mean the filthy words that are always filthy. There are a lot of these little two-way, double entendre words that have 2 meanings, words that are okay part of the time. I call them like part-time filth. Some of these words, they're only 50% dirty. You have words like ass. Ass is hardly even a dirty word anymore, but it has a few meanings that you can't say on television. That's what I was talking about. What can you say on television? That's another one of those places where we can't use these words all the time. But some of them are all right some of the time.
Okay, I feel like this beginning part is just one big giant setup for the end.
Yeah.
And he's going to bring it home at the end.
Yeah. It was like, okay, so we just watched the difference between black people and N-words. And we were like, dang, you can't say it online, but it's like everyone's saying it in private life.
Right.
Like it's very normal. But I feel like he's like talking about how there's these words that...
That's true. Everyone has a different list. Remember we talked to someone who said, we can talk about politics, just don't say the name Trump.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to lose it if you say that name. We're like, okay.
That's my word.
Right? Like everyone has different words.
Those places where we can't use these words all the time. But some of them are all right some of the time. Ass is all right on television. You can say on television things like, well, you've made a perfect ass of yourself tonight. But you can't say, hey, let's go get some ass. Bitch. Bitch is another word like that. Same kind of word. It's only dirty part of the time. Depends on what you mean by bitch. You might be the lady from the San Diego Zoo visiting one of the Tonight shows, and you might just have a bunch of little canines with you there. One of them is a female, and you say, there's the bitch, Johnny, and it's okay, fine. Just don't refer to the singer the same way. That's all. Is that bitch going to do another number? Yes. Animals are fine on those two-way words, and that's it. That's what I was trying to find. The words that were always dirty, not just part of the time, but completely filth. Well, in looking for these words, I kept finding new categories. We have so many ways of describing these dirty words. Well, we have more ways to describe dirty words than we actually have dirty words. That seems a little strange to me. It seems to indicate that somebody was awfully interested in these words. They kept referring to them. They called them bad words, dirty, filthy, foul, vile, vulgar, coarse, in poor taste, unseemly, street talk, gutter talk, locker room language, barracks talk, bawdy, naughty, saucy, raunchy, rude, crude, lewd, lascivious, indecent, profane, obscene, blue, off color, risque, suggestive, cursing, cussing, swearing, and all I could think of was shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. That's all I had. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. That was my original list. I knew it wasn't complete, but it was a starter set, you know? Shit, piss, fuck... Yes, WBAI is the one who played them. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. Now, that was the original list. We've added a few words since then. We've added fart, turd, and twat. And I know there are some other words that many of you are wondering about, why they haven't been considered, why they haven't shown up on the list thus far. We're looking at them all very closely. Some of your favorites might make the list this year. Asshole, ball bag, hard-on, piss hard, blue balls, taint, nookie, snatch, box, pussy, pecker, peckerhead, pecker tracks, jism, joint, Donecker, dork, poontang, cornhole, and dingleberry. Dingleberry, a very popular word. And to my way of thinking, dingleberry, a rather innocent-sounding word. Dingleberry sounds Christmassy to me, you know. Let's put one on the tree, Dad.
I feel like that's how it is though. Like dingleberry is not that offensive of a word, but it's like the list will be so long because people are so offended.
I mean, that was a great time to be alive because modern day we can't say anything.
Yeah,
Almost anything you can say can get you demonetized.
Yeah.
Because our list of words we can't say is forever long.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's like 700 words we can't say.
But even just like in conversation in the streets and stuff, I just feel like, I don't know, there's like a right way and a wrong way to communicate.
Man, it's impossible to communicate with people modern day. I just give up.
It's challenging.
It is ridiculous. It's like you can only communicate with people modern day who think similarly to you. If anyone doesn't, then you each accuse each other of being whatever the current slur is of the week.
Pretty much.
That doesn't make any sense. They just all mean you disagree with each other. It's like, it's just really impossible.
It's really weird because like I came from like a household where like my family was probably a little like unpolitically correct to the extreme. Like my family just kind of said whatever. So I grew up just kind of like saying whatever. Like, you know, you make people uncomfortable, do some awkward things and offend people. Like, don't even realize it because that's just where we're from. You know what I mean? It's the culture of our household. And then like it's weird because I've learned, you know, to like make things sound a certain way, but nowadays it's like, ooh, like everybody has to be so intensely like walking on eggshells every time you talk to anyone.
Yeah, I feel like we live on eggshells. It's really annoying.
Yeah, it's very strange. I feel like this whole, like I love how Carlin's like stuff is always a commentary on something in the culture.
Right.
You know? I feel like he was saying everybody's got a list of words and you don't know what they are until
Everyone
you say
does.
it and you trigger them. Like, it's the only
Do you have
way
a
you
list
find
of
out.
words?
Me, no.
Yeah, me either.
I could not put the energy into making a list of words that you aren't allowed to say.
N-word.
I don't care.
Right.
Like, what? I feel like, dang. Maybe I'm told to care and maybe I'm supposed to care, but it's like, I don't know. You hear it every day in a rap song, either driving down the street or, you know, listening to it. You know what I mean? Hard ER. The homeless lady called me that. You know what I mean?
Did you like it?
I mean, I was thinking like, oh, her feet need rubbing and she's all lonely. You know what I'm saying? It's like my thoughts were probably violating her a little bit. So, yeah, it was an interesting experience.
I don't care if people use it with the hard R. It just depends on how you use it. Like if you're calling someone a slur, it's like, probably not the best thing to do.
Yeah, like,
if you're using it in the context of talking about history or something like that, who cares?
Right. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like in general, it doesn't even matter, like, what people say. A lot of times you can tell by their tone and how they're talking to you and stuff, whether they're trying to, like, get under your skin and offend you. And if they are, I just don't have time for those people.
Right.
So it's not really, like, a word. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no list of words. It's just, like, are we cool or are we not cool? If we're not cool, you could say, I love you so much. I don't care. We're not gonna, like, not gonna be.
Right, it's not the word. Like,
Right.
someone said, oh, what are you doing? You trying to steal something like your people? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They're
that's-
trying to get under your skin, even though they didn't
Yeah.
use any offensive words. But
Yeah.
this is a troll. You don't want to be around people like that.
Right. I think it's so silly to have a list of words that offends you. Even conversations. Like topics. Like, you know how there's like topics you can't talk about with certain people? It's like, I think that's kind of silly too. Because then it's like, I want to know what you're thinking. If I can't know what you're thinking, then how am I supposed to like have a good judge of your character if you're just like walking on eggshells and only talking about what you think I want you to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, how many people modern day don't know each other at all, but think we're so close because we're just walking on eggshells and protecting each other's feelings. Like, no, give it to me straight. Like, you know, say what's your chest.
I don't know. Tell me, man, what do you know? What do you know? Me and my boys on the road. You to go. She told me, boy, you to go. Like, I don't know.